look good, especially because like the back. It's like I can't do the back really,
Yeah.
so I'll like
Did
leave like
you
fucking patches and
you look
stuff.
good. You look good actually. Did you like change already the chat there? I'm just wondering.
The chat on the bottom here, I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
Live chat, live chat. Got it. Killing it.
Did Did you remember that when I transferred here in my new unit, I have some problems also with
Roommate?
another person, right? Roommate, yeah.
Yeah, I do
So
actually.
recently, there has been things that are missing here in my unit. Someone has been eating the food of my roommate also. So that roommate who has been losing some food, like did a message to our group chat that there is someone who's been stealing food in their refrigerator.
Really?
Okay, yeah. And then what happened is that the next day he lost a gift certificate worth around 1,500 pesos.
Oh, really?
And
And that's not
he
insignificant either.
he lost also like 1,000 pesos cash.
Oh fuck. Yeah, so
Okay,
2,500
so
pesos altogether.
that was Wednesday actually when he lost those things, and I was not here in the unit because I went out with a friend to grab some beers.
Yeah.
So because I was a little bit, I think I was sick because of it. I don't know if you heard about this about shirataki rice. It's a rice where you'll just like put some boiling water and then it will be like ready to eat, something like that. So I most of the people would do that actually to like lose weight. I have seen it on TikTok and they were like selling it, so I have tried it. I was thinking that it was just for like an easy cook rice. I didn't know actually that it was for, you know, losing weight. So I have been
Oh,
eating it for a few days because I bought a lot of it thinking that it will just be something for like, to get over with cooking. So I suddenly got diarrhea during that time, so I was not able to like go to work in the morning. Hello guys.
mhm.
I mean we have some
Hello.
viewers. Where are you from? Thank you for watching our live. Anyway, so that morning my landlord went to our unit and along with that person actually who has lost some things, some money and some gift certificate, and they asked us if they can like check our things because someone
Oh,
lost the money and gift certificate. So I'm fine because I know that I didn't
you didn't do it.
do
Yeah.
something like that. But the thing is that also I went out last night, so he might actually, if he got the gift card, if he's the thief, he might just actually put the gift card in my bag because during that time my bag is
Yeah,
open.
plant
So I
it.
was I was thinking about that also. But the good thing is that they wasn't able to find any gift card in the bags. But the thing is that he also stole the mini fan of my roommate, which is in his bag.
So you did
So
find they did find that though in the
they,
bag.
they find something.
Well, the mini
So they started interrogating him and putting him in the
fan of
corner.
my
I mean, putting him in a corner, not, figuratively,
yeah.
kinda. And he has like he got nothing to do but to tell the truth. But for me, I think I won't. If I am the one doing that, I won't tell the truth. But I think it's that he's like can't think anymore rationally.
Once you're in a corner, it's more difficult, I guess, right?
Yeah,
For some people, anyway.
yeah.
I don't know.
So he also told us that he was the one smoking in the
Bathroom.
toilet. Yeah, he is also the one throwing some used condoms in the trash can. Oh my
Yeah.
god. And then after that, during that day, he was like removed from the unit also.
Oh, so you finally got you. So you did get rid of them then. Okay.
But the thing is that I'm not the one who got, totally removed him. It's my roommate. But the silver lining is that I'm not the one who has been stolen with some things.
Ye- Yeah, no, it's significant, definitely. Creepy and crawled around. Yeah. Yes. Hello. So much. Yes, please. Please. Any comments? Yeah. You can share in the comments. Yeah. I want to. I want to say I was like a bully exactly. I was like a no, not like really. I'm not like I was never like a big enough guy to be a bully. I don't think. Um, was I kind of like rude to people sometimes? Probably. I probably wasn't the nicest person, but I wouldn't classify myself as a bully. It's more like, you know what I mean? You know how kids are kind of like when you're buddies with someone, you kind of call them like names or whatever out sometimes or whatever, you like push each other and stuff. Usually it's like I was like that, I guess, but it wasn't like it left my group of people that I associated with, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Kinda, kind of. I mean, I was it's weird, right? I was both aloof and not. I've always been like that. I had lots of friend groups. I was constantly like moving schools and stuff. So for me, I learned how to make friends with everyone if I wanted to and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I also did my own thing because I knew that like it was probably temporary. Oh, like the specific ones. You're kind of like frozen, I think. Yeah, I just noticed that. I don't know. It'll be all right. I'm sure it'll pop up in a second. Fix itself. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. No. So how are you in school?
Yeah, I'm frozen still.
You're moving
Ah,
on my screen now.
I'm already, yeah. I just like get out from the screen and then I think it's already working.
Yeah.
Do you think that have you heard like Filipinos to be like raised during your time here in the Philippines?
Depends what you mean by racist. You know what I mean? I think you guys you're not opposed to stereotypes. You know what I mean? Like you're not like does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like you. you guys kind of embrace stereotypes a little bit, but I don't
Yeah,
think that it necessarily makes you guys like racist. You know what I mean? There's a difference between like stereotypes and actual racism. So
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah. I have
Definitely embrace
like
stereotypes.
told you this before, right? Like growing up, we were like told by our parents actually to stay away from like
The
black
itis,
people. Yeah,
yeah,
itis because they are like they're like
take you on the
stereotyped as
mountain.
like scary people also, and then they would like kidnap you or something. Do you
Yeah,
think
no,
that's a racist idea, or I don't know.
I, I want. I don't know if that would be like. Yeah, maybe that's probably a little. That's probably racist. Yeah. But I think that it's more like from a lack of integration, not
Mm,
so much like it's based on fear, not on like I. So maybe it's not racism. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not racism because it's
prejudice?
based on what
I don't know.
it. I want to say religious. It's like for me that's like because it's based on fear. It's like from a lack of knowledge, which racism comes from a lack of knowledge too. But it's
Mm,
also not like you're necessarily like throwing rocks at them or enslaving them. You know what I'm saying?
I
You're
see.
just like avoid that person. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, it makes sense actually.
That I wouldn't call that inherently racist. It's just like that one's weird for me. It's weird for me. It's like on the very edge there of actual racism. You know what I mean? That I don't know if that makes sense really, but
One moment, I'm just like asking questions. I'm trying to like ask questions here in YouTube, and
you're
anyway,
good.
have you been have you like had some racial thinking before, like racist thinking before when you're a child, or did you made some racial like phrases before sentences to someone and you were like corrected that it's not good? I'm just wondering.
I mean, I have black cousins and my grandma's Mexican. I've probably said things that would be considered inappropriate by people who don't
Mm,
like understand who my family are and like people I associate with and stuff like that.
yeah.
Because I look white. I look really white, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh, I didn't know that you're white.
yeah, no, exactly. But so it depends. People have definitely tried to correct me a lot.
Mm,
Um, but because me and my cousins, like the black ones, used to literally say we'd like run around the city saying the N word and stuff. And I was the one that looked white, so I've gotten yelled at before. But it's like you know what I mean when it's really complicated. It's really complicated. So I think it's a little bit different. Um, when you're little and stuff, and you feel a part of the group, and then the
mm,
group's doing it, and they're also your family. I think that it kind of creates this different idea of what's acceptable and what's maybe not. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
So yeah.
How about in school? Like usually in like a classroom, how many students are you there in a
Oh
classroom?
man, depends on what school I was in. Just depends.
Usually
Lots of
like
schools have
arrange
lots, some of them don't. What?
like the number of students you're in a classroom. Like
That's what I'm saying. It depends. Like I've been to lots of schools, so
would it go until 40 or 50? Because most of the schools here would have that kind of number,
yeah,
or
definitely.
will it be just around like below 30, things like that?
I think most of the time it's right around 30 in like smaller schools. Like not like we have like divisions or whatever. I think is what they're
Mm,
called. So you got like a C grade school, a B grade school, and an A grade school, or division, not grade. That some they used to be called grade at one point, I think. But it just means the size. So if it's a C
I see.
school, it's like a smaller school, like the smallest school or whatever. And B's are a little bit bigger, and A's are like the biggest. So like and like an A school, you might have up to I don't know. I've never been to an A school, so like but you might have like 100 kids in a class. Who knows? I have no idea.
Mm, I see.
So, but I think they do try and keep it significantly smaller than that. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to for one teacher to mediate that level of kids. You know what I mean? Depending on the age, right?
I see.
He's- Yeah,
We have
especially here in
like
America.
we actually have like a multi-grade school here in the Philippines. We're in all from grade one, grade two until grade six are just in like the same teacher for like the whole day. Do you have that? Do you know that kind of curriculum or something? If that's what they call
You said up until what grade?
grade one to grade six, and then everyone will be in like a one room. It's called multi-grade school. I don't know if you have that kind.
Okay. I wasn't quite understanding. Yeah, I know we have that here too.
Mm,
Sometimes, usually, usually it's like charter schools are like that. I want to say
I see.
so. Like, because one of the schools I went to, it wasn't like the whole like 1 through 6, but like in one of my schools, it was like three grades, into one.
Mm,
So it'd be like
I see.
first through third would be together, and then like fourth through sixth and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that they'd mix those grades,
Mm,
but they kind of like try and like limit it a little bit just because of like size disparities between kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I see.
Because if you like we were talking about bullies earlier, right? So if you get
Yeah,
like a bully who's like way older or something, now he's picking on
uh,
the first
the smaller
grader and he's
ones.
in
Yeah,
sixth
yeah.
grade. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that's why they try to avoid that a little bit, I think, here more. But I think it does happen.
And what kind of like teaching style works on you?
I don't know, man. Do you know what kind of teaching style works for you? Or it's one of those
I
things I don't think it's
mean,
really easy to know for sure, huh?
I would I would usually I like the teacher who like I know this is weird. I like the teacher actually who like um you know give us fear.
Oh, you like to be coerced into work.
Not really like curse, but more on like if you're if you will go to late we have this one teacher actually who whenever we are late you're not really allowed to go and attend the whole class, so you will be scared actually to be late because you'll miss your class if you're going to be late, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, I would have to say that is like probably one of the worst ways to try and teach me, dude. I will. Can you see that?
Yeah, I know you're a stubborn person. You would act.
Yeah, I feel that's like more likely to start a fight than anything with me. I think I do the exact opposite of work. Um, uh, when I think about learning, I'm like, what is it? I think of like kinetic, visual, auditory. That's what I think about when I think about learning and stuff. So it's like, what works for me, right? Visual. I like I watch something once. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And then I like focus in on that, and then I listen to the auditory, get the
mm,
secondary connection, and then I have to actually do the thing. If I'm not actually doing a thing, all that prep work of watching, so I memorize how it's done, and then the steps through my ears. If I don't
mm,
actually do it, I don't implant any of it. I throw it away. It's gone. It's garbage to me. It might be in my brain still, but it's like I essentially throw it away, cast it away. It does becomes like just just clutter for myself.
Um,
One of those things.
what
I'm
I
mostly
assume your
autodidactic.
I assume your favorite subject is math. Am I right?
No, no, not really. I'm really good at math. But it's not my favorite subject.
What's
Um,
your favorite subject?
that's hard to say. I like all subjects. I think that I liked math when I was little. I did like math when I was a little kid. Um, but that's arithmetic. That's not like, calculus and stuff. I don't think anyone likes to crank calculus numbers all day, or very few people do anyway. It's
One
annoying.
moment. I I you know what? I hated Filipino in high school.
The language, like
Yeah,
taking the
we
class.
have like a Filipino language subject.
Oh, was that why you know like Messiah and stuff? All the other ones, or
I don't know. It was just hard actually. It's so complicated to understand. They're like trying to like teach the figure of speech in Filipino, which is for me so hard because they have been using words that are not usually used in your daily thing.
gotcha. But just not uncommon phrases and things like that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it does I can't really absorb those things. And also chemistry. I hate chemistry in high school. Maybe it's because of the teacher also. I
Yeah,
hope that
chemistry is you have to have a good teacher. Yeah.
yeah,
I can see why you would hate it. I never took chemistry in school. I
really.
so yeah, no, never in my life. I took physics. I actually tested out of physics. They have like a lot of things here in America where you can like literally just take the test and then
Mm. I
you
I
if you
almost
if you get
flunked
a high enough percentage, you don't do the
I
class.
almost flunked physics, I think. No, not physics. What's this? What's this math where and you're like using graphs?
Math, you're using graphs. Are you talking about like
Geometry.
uh,
I almost
geometry? I say there's like trig, there's geometry.
trigon trigonometry also. I almost
Yeah.
flunked that. I needed to like do extra projects just to like catch up with the grades and thinking that I'm in like a star section. It's so embarrassing because I can't really absorb any math, to be honest. I don't know because during elementary I think I'm good at math. I used to be in like the honor students kind of thing, but when I went to high school everything went down. I don't know what happened to me. Or maybe I was just so tired. I don't know. I was so lazy studying. How about you?
Um. Well, yeah, kind of. I took algebra. They made me. The thing is, I stopped giving a shit about math because they kind of like screwed me a couple times with it, and didn't give me
Hmm.
like credit when I was supposed to get credit. So I learned out like basic. I learned basic like slope intercept form and stuff in second grade. I already knew it, and that's like big part of like what you learn later
I
in
see.
like out like the first section of algebra. So quadratic formulas and things like that. It's not. I had learned that like second grade. So I took that class in fourth grade again. So like it was like I won't say call it AP or anything, but you could take it
Hmm.
before high school and then you wouldn't have to take it in high school. So I took it in fourth grade. I took it in fifth grade. And then I took it in sixth grade. And they never gave me credit for high school. So I stopped fucking caring about math.
Hmm.
I can do I can do geometry and stuff pretty easily. And math's not hard for me. It's just I kind of got like a bad taste because of how schools are a lot of the time. I never had like a very good school experience. Let's be completely honest here. My entire
Uh,
fucking life has been an awful school experience. I get
How
like lots of stupid teachers.
do you have like a lot of like sections in your class? Like
What I
for like
mean,
the whole grade six, there are like different classes for grade six because you're like because of the population is like a lot.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
when I was in high school, in fourth year at least we have like three sections for high school, three classes for high school, and we were segregated by grade. So there's section one, which is obviously has the highest grade, section two, the middle one, and the section three with the lowest grades in third year, something like that.
I wouldn't say they're like sectioned like that, but they were split up because there were too
Mm,
many people. But
how
it wasn't like a we don't do rankings in here because someone might feel
I see.
bad. You know what I mean?
Like, but the thing is that it makes me like maintain my grade because I don't want to get out of the section one. Kind of
Yeah.
forces me actually like to like even if I'm not performing with their section, I would still want to get a high grade because I don't want to like go to like another section in the next year, kinda, because it's kinda embarrassing for like a section one, and then suddenly you like the next year you'll go to the section two, which means that you became stupid.
Yeah. Did you watch that show I told you I sent you I told you about? It's like the classroom of the elite or whatever.
I
In that
haven't
show they do that.
had some time yet. I was this past week I've been busy actually playing your video. I don't know if you have seen some changes in the watch hours.
So that yes. I have thank you very much, dude. I
Uh,
yeah, well and they do the same thing in that show. But like the whole show is like about subterfuge and this other stuff like the all sorts of weird stuff. So
I know some refuge. That's
yeah,
a machine actually which like separates the white blood cell from the red blood cell and the plasma, things like that. Right?
yeah, centrifuge, not subterfuge.
Ah,
Centrifuge,
so
yeah. Yeah.
so
No, it's okay. That's an easy one to mess up. It might have been how I said it too, honestly. Um, yeah, no, it's yeah, they're just like trying to like they're at like it's like class warfare in the show.
mm,
So they're like using like these sly tricks the whole time to like be in like the A class.
mm.
It's a good show. That's why I was like, I thought you'd like it probably.
Yeah. I would think that I would like what's the word actually relate to it kinda because most of our schools are like that also. But the thing is that re- recently actually before during our time, do you have like when the classes end, do you have like honored student, like for example we will have like top 10, these are the students like the
Valedictorian
highest,
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, the highest 10 highest grades in your class, something like that. Do you have like that also?
Yeah, I mean, I never paid attention to it because like I knew
Okay.
that I I I don't want to sound rude, but I knew that like they weren't that smart most of the time. Like so it for me it was like always like who fucking cares who's ranked and
Mm,
who's not at the top, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean anything. It never meant anything to me, you know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm just
So
wondering also, I have seen some like uh, shows actually, and sometimes they would mention know it all, and especially to students, and they would students would get offended if they were called know it all. Is that really offensive?
yeah, here in America we have this like weird relationship with intelligence. It's good to be intelligent, but it's also not good to be intelligent. So it's like and increasingly more so. Increasingly more so. Yeah, I don't know
Why?
why it is that like it is offensive to be called a know-it-all here. It's unfucking it doesn't make any sense. me. But
Have you been
so
called
yeah,
know-it-all before?
come on, dude. I'm in there. Yeah, of course I have.
what what
It
is
sucks when you actually know it all. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't help it. And like, but yeah, like is that sorry? That's a bad thing to know. You know what I mean? Like that's why I always. That's whenever anyone calls me that, I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'm sorry. Sorry, you don't know shit. Like, can you read a book? And I'm like, come back to me. You know what I mean? Like, then I won't be. Then I won't sound like an asshole. You know? That's how what I. That's what I think every fucking time too, dude. Like, ugh.
do you have some good memories in your elementary?
I don't want to say I'm here.
What?
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm here because they're off the chain, dude. I was a wild kid.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
maybe we can. But
no, I can't talk
it's
about
a
it.
good memory. Did you like assault
All of
someone?
them are pretty good memories, but I don't think I should talk about it
Anyway,
because
we'll just talk about it privately.
yeah, I'll tell you about them later. You know what I mean? They're off like I said, that's probably I was having fun. Everyone else was having fun. The teacher seemed to not care, but it is
Mm.
not you know what I mean? One of those things. That's probably super acceptable. What about you, dude? What are your best memories from school?
My my school life is kind of boring, especially in elementary. I need to study a lot because I would be get bitten by my father if I'm not kinda.
Mhm.
I all I remember are like the things that he would do to me when like I don't know. When you I I've told you this actually. He would like they would never like go to my teachers meeting. No one goes to those kinds of things. Um, we have this recognition thing after like the whole school year. No one would attend those things, even if I'm like I have some medals after during those programs. During card day, every quarter when the school would give us our school reports, our report cards. No parents would go to get my report card. They would just like the teacher would give my report card to like the tricycle drivers to like deliver it to our house because no one would like get it. Kind those things. So it's kind of sad. I don't know. I'm not sad anymore. I'm just so blunt about it, and you know, maybe I try to regress all of those things because I hate thinking about those things. Kinda when you're like kind of trying hard actually to like get good grades, and no one really appreciate it. I don't know if it makes sense.
I kind of get it. No, I think I had like a similar experience in a way. I mean, I wasn't like trying like you were probably as hard, but no one really cared for me at mine either, I guess. So it's like no one really. That's the thing.
Mm.
So I do. I in a sense I get it. So it sucks. It sucks because you could be like the smartest and most hardworking person on the planet, but if you don't have like the support systems in place for that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You
This
could
was in elementary actually. When I transferred to high school, I was so away from our house. Maybe there's a reason why also I kind of stopped studying and just like try to maintain like a grade that will just make you stay in the first section. Because since I was away, my father's not like beating me anymore because I'm so away. I just needed to like stay in the first section. So it was a little bit lax during that time until I graduated high school. But I don't know. Yeah, I feel really stupid, especially during sciences and like math during high school. I don't know what happened. And the thing also with math, maybe I would study about it just to like get a good grade in a quiz or something. But it doesn't stay with me, kinda. I have the love hate relationship with math.
I feel like lots of people do. With math, it's like time and repetition.
Mm,
I bet most people that are adults can't remember how to do most of the math they got trained to do
yeah,
in school. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Even like the ones that are really were really good at it at the time, and unless you'd use it in your job, it's just one of those things that it's easy to forget. It's easy to forget. They're complex formulas based on
yeah.
pictograms and things like that. You know, they're not just. It's not a simple thing. You know what I mean? So it's understandable. I
I
don't remember
think
all of it either.
like
I would have to like redo it a little bit.
I would do better with sciences. I think it's easier to like memorize and things. And when I was taking like entrance exams in the colleges, actually, I would ace. You know, they have this visual spatial kind of exam, part of
Yeah.
exam. Those are like the parts of exam that I would like get a perfect score.
Oh yeah. Oh, I get you, man. Can you image 3D objects in your head? Like if I told
Yeah,
you to yeah, yeah, so you can picture an apple and then you can like
yeah,
rotate the apple in like all the directions and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Like the questions were they will like put some four different kinds of picture and they would ask what's the next picture, things like that.
Yeah.
I like that also. I used to enjoy doing those kinds of um, exams. I used to like doing solving Rubik's cube before until I forgot about it already.
Yeah. I always liked Rubik's cubes and stuff like that, like the different cubes. Um, Not that I'm like super great at like the Rubik's cube itself. I, like I guess the triangle one is like easier, but it's just like the shape itself I like better. Um,
Mhm,
it's weird. A lot of people I don't think can picture like I feel like I picture four-dimensional space sometimes
mhm,
by accident or something. 'Cause it happens more in my dreams and stuff, or it takes like intense effort for me to do it. But for some reason, with the triangle ones, like when I do the rotations in my head and stuff, it enters like a different. I'm pretty sure it enters different, like a fourth dimensional space when I'm doing the like rotations in my head. It's really hard to explain, so I like it better. But or like a higher. I don't know. With cubes, it doesn't do it the same way. So yeah, I don't know. It's like really hard to explain. So I get what you're saying with the Rubik's cubes and stuff like that.
I have a question also. How does your teacher discipline you? Especially, I have this thinking that most of the teachers would be very careful in how they discipline children there in the US because of how like divided everything is regarding discipline. Because during our time, this is like less harsh actually, but teachers would actually let you stand, put some books in your arms, until they would think that you have already changed or something like that. do, do, do they do that there?
It's really hard to explain what how they work in America. It depends on the discipline needed, I guess. It's like a punishment fits the crime kind of thing. And then it
Mm,
also depends on the specific student and stuff
I see.
because like like hyper kids that are smart and stuff, they just isolate them. They just
I
will they'll
see.
put you in like what they call it like in ISS and stuff. So they'll isolate you from the rest of the group, dude. They'll just like be like, nope, you're not gonna be around these people anymore, which I think is like a terrible thing to do to kids because you need this. The big portion of school is not even just the education; it's the social interaction you have with your peers, right?
Mm.
It creates like a whole rift, a psychological rift from society. I think at a young age. Um, Me personally, I was very difficult to punish in general. I think
Are you that
so.
stubborn?
Yeah, exactly. So usually what it ended up being by the time I was in 4th grade, most of my teachers knew each other and they would always put me in like the classes with the math teachers, like the good math teachers. Um and then those teachers would mostly just let me do whatever I wanted as long as I wasn't disturbing the class.
I
Does
see.
that make sense?
Yeah,
Which
but
led me to be reading a lot or playing video games in class.
you're allowed to play video games?
Well, I was.
I see. Because you're like on your own, kinda. You're isolated. I don't know.
Kind of. I would be like in the back corner of the class. Well, the thing is, like, I always would do my work and I would get good grades. So, like, they. I
Mm,
remember when I was in sixth grade, I was being like like a particularly difficult with my teacher and I had been all week, and he was like, I was like, I don't want to do the work anymore. You know, I know this stuff, being arrogant or whatever. You know what
also,
I'm
are you
saying?
like Sheldon?
No, he was just like he was starting to get mad at me. So I was like, dude, fuck you. I know the work. I know this shit. This is like stupid to me. And so he gave me a packet, or he told me he'd give me a packet with all the material in it. And if I got a good enough grade on that packet, that I didn't have to do anything anymore in the class at all. And
Mm,
he'd just give me an A. So he
I
gave me
see.
that packet, and I did the packet, and I passed the packet. And he was, let's just say, I like putting people in their place. But
Did,
you know, but no, he was like he was pretty cool about it. Like he was a good guy about it. He was true to his word, so I didn't have to do any work anymore. And yeah, as long as I
the
wasn't
teacher
fucking with the class, it was all right.
the teachers like throw erasers and chalks like unruly student there, or if they do that, they would be reported. Um,
Yeah, you can't actually throw things at people. They do this thing in America where it's more like they'll use scare tactics. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see.
Like they'll if someone's sleeping or something, they'll go up and slam a book on a desk or
I see.
it's that kind of you can't do anything actually physical, but
Mm.
you can use scare tactics, you know what I mean? Scare tactics are allowed.
Do you think that most of the parents right now are so lenient in disciplining children there? Because
Half
we
and
are
half.
currently in a phase where like they're more of like thinking about uh, the mental health of like the children right now. So I was kind of like thinking also that becoming they're becoming weak kind of emotionally. I don't know what's happening because they don't. Do you get
Somewhat.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, kind of. Yeah. So what you're trying to say is because we're not promoting the right kind of social interactions and like
Mm,
guiding behavior in a formative way, so they know how to engage in the world in appropriate
mm,
fashion and mediate emotions given circumstance or whatever else.
yeah.
I I would largely agree. But I think that it's like a two-sided thing, just like in everything right now. Everything's very polarized. So you have like
Mm,
these people who are like overly engaged with like isolating and eliminating the emotional factor of people, and then you also have these people who are like, oh, just express everything and it's okay to do anything and feel anything, and which neither is correct. Neither is correct. It's like in most things, moderation is key. But unfortunately, people are I think what it is like we've had like 3 generations of poor emotional regulation. So this is
Mm,
like a sociological issue, like evolutionary sociology. It's like very much that it's not just this generation, but this generation is having as a result of poor emotional regulation throughout society for almost 100 fucking years. I don't I just think that it's like it's a fallout from that. So now we're having these external exasperating symptoms finally. You know what I mean? It's like you get cancer, you don't automatically know you have cancer, right? You don't start noticing you have cancer until it becomes a fucking problem.
yeah,
But you still had cancer the whole time, and I think that's what's going
that's
on.
yeah, that's why most of like people who have cancer are like on their terminal stage, because usually they won't like feel that there's a lump there, or if there's a lump, they would just like shove it off because it's not that big until it's already stage 4. Kind of what happened to my mom. The years before she knew she has cancer, she has already like felt something, but she shoved it off because it's just small. That doesn't really bother her at all until it became bigger, and only to find out she has already stage 4 cancer, and she we can't do anything about it anymore because it's already, if they're going to touch it, they have actually operated just to remove the tumor, but then there's like this idea that it might metastasize. So after the operation for the tumor, it metastasized, and she like died after like a few months.
Oh, but it,
Don't be sad.
I don't
That's
know, man,
fine.
that's hard. That's rough. I don't even know. I feel bad for you, honestly. Like, it sounded like your mom was like a good lady to you and everything else, and she must have
Yeah,
been like a shining light in that situation because of your father. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
honestly, too bad. I'm
She's the
sorry.
reason. Her death is the reason why I don't go home anymore, because there's
Yeah.
nothing. There's no reason to go back home, kind of. And I kind of stay away from like celebrating Christmas because she died around December 20, and I don't want to like think of
Yeah,
memories
yeah,
during that time.
that's understandable.
I mean, if you're not happy, if I'm not happy, you should not be happy. Just kidding.
Fair enough.
Just kidding. Do you?
No, I get it, man. I understand what you're trying to say completely. Um, yeah, that's sad, especially around holidays. It happen. I get it. I've had lots of people die over the years, and it always seems to be that it's like right around holidays for some reason. So it's a
Yeah, we
bummer.
have we have like a week from December 24 until the New Year. So everyone's celebrating, then we are mourning.
Yeah,
It's just a bad timing, you know.
yeah, that would be too, dude. Everyone's like got Christmas trees or whatever up, and Santa Claus is out, and you guys just come across with like the death shrouds down and stuff. Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude. I shouldn't laugh. I have this like
it's
it's how
fine.
I process it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah, the juxtaposition of everything is kind of funny.
Yeah. Ugh, gives me the shivers. You know what I mean? Ugh.
What can we do? That's like the cycle of life. And after a few years, when you're, after 100 years, no one will even remember it. We will all just be dust.
I'm except for me because I'm gonna live forever.
Oh,
Remember
really?
that. Yeah. Somehow, some
I
way,
mean, we might
someday.
live forever because we will be on YouTube unless it's going to be shut down.
And yeah,
So,
I'd
for
love to shut
anyone
down.
watching us right now in maybe 2000 or 3000 to 3032, maybe, I don't know. Remember
My great
us?
great grandson. Yeah, remember us, and then You can make my great whatever
Yeah.
relative president of something, please. Thank you.
And who knows, when you're watching this, we are our videos are already like monetized a lot, you know. You could you might be receiving the monetization because I'll be sharing some to Dorian, of course, when this gets big. We're not sure yet, but we're being positive,
Yeah,
and
all our
just leave a
descendants
like.
get a chunk. Yeah, leave a like. Yeah, dude. Leave tons of likes for the next 3,000 years.
Yeah.
We love you up.
I'm just wondering also, like, do you have ideas for your for the name of your children? You been thinking about that before?
Oh yeah, no, I know I'm gonna name lots of my kids.
What would
I
be
planned
some
my
of the
whole
names?
future since I was little. Were you like
What
ever like 6 years old planning your future, like how many kids you were gonna have and who like the people you were gonna marry and everything else?
I haven't think of that, but I've been thinking of names actually that I would like my kids to have. I've been more of thinking of being a millionaire by the age of 30, but didn't happen. So I don't know if that's still going to happen. What are the names that
Yeah.
you like to name your kids?
Well, what about you? Well, let's hear them.
Uh, During those times that I was thinking this, actually, I was fascinated with the story of Anastasia and stuff. So I really wanted like a boy named Alexei or Nikolai, kinda. I
Hmm.
kinda, I was kind of fascinated with Alexis, maybe. I was so fascinated with like Russian names. Ivan can be a good name. I don't know. How about you?
I like Katya. Katya is a good
What?
one. Katya?
Katya. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Vicus. Not Vicus. It's like Vicus.
Hmm.
I always liked Vladimir, but then again, I like Dracula too.
Vladimir is a good
Vladimir
name.
Tepesh. Yeah. So I like a Hungarian Romanian names a little bit. Mm. But that's the thing. I also like like that's the thing. Like I planned my whole life since I was like a little kid, and
Hmm.
like had like yeah, dude, not gonna get into it a ton, but yeah, Vicus is like Indian, like
Yeah.
Indian, like Native American Indian. Um, yeah, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, dude. No, I had it all planned out. Uh, I like
I,
Markov. That's the last name, so
if you
I put it
would be
in there.
given a chance actually to change your name, would you change your name to something?
Only if I had to. I
What
loved
could
my name.
be what could be like the name that you would use?
So I just pick a random one. Why would I? If I'm gonna change my name, I don't care.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why would I? Why would I? Why would I make it personal?
Were you bullied because of your name before?
Not really.
I see.
Most people don't know the first thing about my name, so
I see.
it's mostly people mispronouncing it somehow. Like because that's just so American. Like my name's
Really?
not even hard to say. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know how
that's
many
true.
times that I don't know how many times I've been called fucking Jordan, even though my name sounds nothing like Jordan. Like what the like how the fuck did you get Jordan out of that?
I kind of hate my name growing up because most of the teachers don't really know how to like pronounce it properly. So when they can treat it, I don't know what's wrong with my name, but somehow they are having problems reading it correctly. So they would like call me Chudor, Chudorik, Chodi at one point, and it's so irritating. And I feel so embarrassed actually because my name is kind of Spanish and most of my classmates are like American names. So I am already like a subject to bullying because my name is so different, and they would think like Spanish names are already like an old kind of name because all the older people are like having Spanish names, and oh, the people from my batch are like American, so they would think that it's kind of like my name is kind of like like for old people. That's why I really hated it. And then they would still like mispronounce it, and it's just gets so embarrassing. At
Yeah, I
one time, sorry, at one
go ahead.
time, um, like the school actually printed the names of like the honored student for every year. They printed my name correctly, but they added junior in it, and I'm not even junior because they would think that when you have like the old name, you just get it from your father's name with an old name in it. So
Oh man, dude. Oh my god, that's funny. They didn't bother to check, like, what the hell?
they they will not like reprint it because it's already framed. This is, I mean, if only you know, I just still hated my name right now, even with my like coworkers. Like it's just
I
weird actually to hear a Spanish name because it's for the old people. Yeah, what?
I just I don't know, you got a not a bad name, I don't think. It, names are weird,
Yeah,
you
it
know, like
it it
I
could be worse actually.
what is it? Names that name like they say names have power or whatever. All it's like that, and like that's like a I would I don't like believe it in like this the mystical sense, but you know they do like they're at least psychologically, socially they have power. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like that, so like even if my I hated my name, I feel like I wouldn't change it without like a necessity. You
yeah,
know, that's the thing. I'm like weird about like maybe it's just like my like the way I look at it, kind of.
I mean
It
your
would be
name makes you really unique. Not a lot of people are Dorian,
yeah, exactly. It's pretty common
and
in African American communities actually, or it's a
really,
lot more common. Yeah,
and not a lot of people came from like a painting or something.
yeah, exactly. That are beautiful and immortal and
Yeah,
can do whatever they want, live in hedonism all day.
I I was talking to someone from France actually like a few days ago, maybe yesterday, and I was telling her about this one, about my name, and she said actually you're just like in a wrong place because when you go to Europe, your name will sound beautiful, kinda.
Yeah, no, so I'm saying like you have a
Um,
good name.
he she was telling me actually that most people from in France actually name their children Spanish names right now because
Huh.
they have this surge of like liking Spanish names recently.
Well, Spanish names
So
are
I
pretty good usually. Honestly, I can agree to that. It's like Dimitri is a Spanish name. Yeah, no, I like Spanish names too.
Dimitri?
Dimitri is Spanish, isn't it?
No, it's Russian. Dimitri Mendeleev, the one who
Uh,
like created the periodic table of elements.
is- yeah, Mendeleev. Yeah, I thought Dimitri was also a Spanish name though.
I think it's Russian. I don't know.
It is definitely a Russian too, but I thought it was a Spanish name also. What the fuck? Yeah, no, it says Spanish name.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, Demi Lovato is like her name is Demetria, so it's. I think it's like
it's
what's
not
the
it's not probably pronounced exactly the same. Yeah,
Demetrio is a Spanish name, kinda.
yeah,
If you're like going to translate it to English, it's Dimitri, kinda. So,
yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm just saying. Uh, it comes from Demeter.
oh, the Roman
It
god of
is the
rice.
Yeah, Demetrio is right, but that's where the Russian name comes from too, though.
Yeah,
So like, yeah, so you know what I mean. Like, I think yeah, no,
yeah.
it is a Spanish name. Also, it's just not like
But can
said
you
the same.
confirm whether Demeter is like a Roman god or like a Greek god? I don't know. I think it's a Roman god.
Demeter is a Greek. She's the
A
she's
Greek.
the
I
god of
see.
harvest and stuff.
Ah, yeah. So
Goddess of
I was
harvest and stuff.
I was kind of right to the rice or something. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you were.
I
It's
was
like
I
wheat
was
and everything else.
planning actually to like to buy. I used to have like a book of mythology actually by Edith Hamilton. I don't know where like I put it, but I was planning to buy it again because I really wanted to like refresh myself on the mythology. I used to love those kinds of things actually. Iliad and Odyssey
Yeah,
and
I
what
mean,
are
me
these
too.
gods? What do they do? Things like that. It's kind of interesting for me.
Yeah, I just like the pantheon of the human mind.
Hmm.
Like mythology and stuff like that is no matter what it is it's like a look into the human soul, like not like a particular human.
Hmm.
I say soul, as like a just a turn of phrase, but it like
Hmm.
you get to peer into the mind of what makes humans human and what moves the functional needle of society and stuff like that. That's why
Agree.
I always also liked it, but it wasn't like for a specific one. It was mostly
Hmm.
to peer into people themselves and what makes them, what moves them. So I get it.
What's
I
what's
totally get it.
mythology like taught to you in school?
No,
The Greek and Roman mythology was taught to us in high school, I think.
it wasn't really taught to us that much.
Yes,
No, we learned a little. I don't even think we learned anything about Greece or Rome or anything like that.
oh,
Yeah, there might have
you
been like a
don't have
class or that.
like Asian history, things like that, European history, world history to be generic.
We have like world history probably in high school, but that's it. Like it depends what schools you go to, I guess, how well funded they are. So there's that too. Like if you have a well funded school, you might be able to do stuff like that.
Have you read To Kill a Hummingbird?
Mockingbird?
Um,
No, I've never read that one. A lot
oh,
of people,
really?
yeah, no, it is normally a required
Oh, really?
reading. I've never read it. I don't care to. There's literally a poster of it on the wall in this room right now. Now that you say like, here, I'll have to watch this. Check this out. And, oh, shit.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I'd never read that poster in my life. I don't plan to. I could read it. I don't even know what it's about.
I
Don't
think
even know
it's
what it's
about
about.
racism. I don't know.
Um, well, I'm not reading it. So I've read enough books about racism, mostly political commentary stuff. I have a lot more too. I got to read, but yeah, no, I'm never reading that book. I don't want to. What's that? What's the guy who Harvey Oswald or something?
Mm.
Is that the guy who fucking like tried to shoot someone and then blamed that book? Or that's a different assassin. Sorry, let me look it up. I'm looking it up right now. Is it Lee Harvey Oswald? What the fuck, dude? The guy who shot John Lennon or something like that?
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, I think that's the one who killed John Lennon.
Yeah, and he blamed the goddamn book, dude. I'm never reading it. I don't want to have to shoot John Lennon, okay? Like, yeah.
I mean, you can shoot John Lennon, you can, but there's still Ringo and Paul. Just kidding. I think Lee
Oh man.
Harvey.
It's the
Lee
one that
Harvey
shot
was
Kennedy.
just. I think there. I don't know if this is true. Is it that because John Lennon mentioned that we're more famous than Christ right now? Is the reason why he was shot? And maybe Lee Harvey was a little bit too religious fanatic.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't really know. I really don't know. I just think about that whenever I think about the book, and I'm just like, I'm not reading the book. You know what I mean? Because of that. Not
Yeah.
that it's not that it's a bad book or anything like that, and anything else. I don't really care to read it as a result. I can't even find it on the internet. You'd think that it'd be easy to find.
Was there a book that you have like finished and you like?
What do you mean?
Like I like I have read once Da Vinci Code. I was hooked up to it because I like the book actually was better compared to the film. It seems like the film was like had some shortcuts actually. The book was a little bit exciting, kind of. I mean, I've read some Harry Potter books before. Love it. Like I don't really read a lot. You know, I'm so sick of reading because during college we would used to read a lot of like nursing books, and so I I had enough kind of reading.
Oh, I I I don't know. I read lots of books.
Yeah,
Do I have a
I
favorite
know.
book?
I still have books with me here.
Yeah, no. So what do I have a favorite book? Is that was that your question? Sorry, I was like so
Yeah,
zoned in trying to figure out who the guy was that like shot someone because of that book, and how
yeah.
I can't find it. But I don't know, man. I've had a series of favorite books, and I like them for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, like I'll utilize them for different purposes. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of people like are fake readers out in the world. You know what I mean? Or they don't remember stories super well. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I was about to like go on a tangent and like reference a bunch of books just now, but I'm not going to do that. Um, so do I have a favorite book? Probably not. I do I have a favorite movie? Probably not. Do I like
You
several
don't
books
have
of?
a favorite movie?
No, no. I think that I'm a person who appreciates things for what they are and uh, gives it credit and value for the different things that are good about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with women, you know what I mean? I don't usually particularly like any one, but I like certain features of each and every one of them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I'm the same way with my books and my movies. They have inherent value in some way, no matter what, usually, even if it is like a negative value to show me what I don't like. So, does that make
I see.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Um, Herman Hesse is really good, I guess. Those books are good. Like I like Steppenwolf, and then I like Demian, but I also like a lot of children's books.
Mm.
I read mostly textbooks now.
You mentioned children's books. Have you read some Goosebumps before?
I probably have read most of them at one time or another. I wasn't super big into Goosebump books,
Mm.
mostly because like they're like a really low reading level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
It's for
just
like
like a little pocketbook kind of.
it's like yeah, they're like for someone in kindergarten or something to me. I don't know.
You mentioned children's books.
Yeah, I know, but like I wasn't talking like essentially picture books. Um, I don't know. Do you know what the boxcar children's are, or like American chillers, and then they have Michigan chillers also because the guy's from Michigan, so he wrote the Michigan
No,
the
I
food.
haven't heard.
Okay, those are like American and Michigan chillers are kind of like Goosebumps, only
Mm,
I would say that they're a higher reading level and
mm.
also typically better. They're better written. So yeah, I don't
If
know.
I will be reading those kinds of books, maybe I will be reading more of like a Sherlock Holmes or something.
What'd you say? One more time.
Sure.
The last part.
Oh, if I will be reading those kinds of books, I would be reading maybe Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
But the
Sherlock
thing is
Holmes. Yeah.
that they have already a movie. I would rather like watch a movie than read because I don't. I'm so tired of like imagining things, kinda. But the thing is that when you're hooked up to like some book, actually, it's like really good.
Yeah, see, for me, the reason I like movies too. Don't get me wrong, I love
Mm,
media. Um, I find that media is increasingly getting worse and worse as far as
that's
quality.
true, also. Yeah.
That is the problem, and also, even though media, when it is good, I can my imagination's better, dude.
Yeah.
I if I read a book I literally can like we're talking about like 3D objects and moving them around and shit. I
Mm,
literally can create a whole three-dimensional I can create a whole movie in my head with the book. There'll be objects in the room, everything else, you know what I mean? If the
mm,
book's well written, I can do all that. I don't need to watch a movie because the words create the film inside my head. So I
I
don't
see.
even need to watch it on a screen because I see it in my head. So, so for me, it's like that. It's like that. You know what I mean? And I know that it's not like that for everybody, but I've always had that ability to do it since I was a little kid. It, and that's why I don't like poorly written books because if it's poorly written, I can't do that, and
I
I'll
see.
just toss the book to the side. It's no longer worth my time. Yeah, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
I think that all great film writers and producers, directors, whatever else, all have this ability also, and that's what makes them stand apart from like bad film creators and good ones because they can read the words off a page and create a movie out of it because
Mm,
they already did that in their head. They wouldn't be able to do that if they couldn't do that in their head. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like, oh, let's just set this piece here or set this piece there because it just wouldn't work. And I think that people are increasingly getting worse and worse at it, perhaps due to the lack of literature they consume and the quality of literature being produced also.
mm,
And as a again, like the cancer thing we were talking about earlier, as far as like emotional regulation of people and everything else like that,
mm,
I think it is largely that. It is like a societal multi-generational cancer that has wormed its way in, and that's why people keep doing remakes because they have the inability to functionally be creative and create something of value in a way that can be grafted and structured and then architectured into something more than it was already originally. I don't know how many Netflix specials like series are just ripoffs of some book that I read that is from the 1800s. And sure, it's creative and they took threw a spin on it and put it a new way, but it is literally just a copy of something that was
mm.
made forever ago because these people have no real talent to speak of inside their body. so they just rip off somebody else and add some fucking trope or cliche to it to goddamn make some fucking money, and it pisses me off
Well,
so much. I'll be honest.
well, they made Cleopatra black, so that's an imagination. Just kidding.
Yeah, like it's like that Bly Manor show on Netflix.
Mm,
That's literally a book called A Turn of the Screw, and it's from
mm.
like 1870 something. It it fucking it really honestly it pisses me off so much, dude. I'm livid right now about this.
and and even actually with the movies, the CGI around 2000s are like kind of better compared to how they do CGI recently, which
Yeah,
is
they're
weird.
using a lot of yeah. Go ahead, yeah, I agree.
Which is weird because like most of like the movies right now that are made with CGI at least are like funded more, you know, and
Yeah,
they suck at
definitely.
doing it already. I
Yeah,
mean, the
it is a
detail
problem.
in those times actually is so good.
Yeah, it's because of like the techniques they were doing, I think then. And like I'm not like
Mm-hmm.
an expert in CGI or visual effects and stuff, but I think that they were doing like combinative stuff. Like so it was like
Mm-hmm.
it's partially special effects, but it's also partially practical effects. And it was like a weird fusion of practical and
Mm-hmm.
special effects together that created this really unique
Mm-hmm.
level of work. And now we're using almost exclusively blue screen special effects with weird, poorly designed lighting tricks and 3D
Mm-hmm.
renders. And the problem with 3D renders is it's really, really hard to make them look completely realistic in a way when they are functionally attached to characters. So
Yeah.
if it's a real object and it's a 3D digital one attached to itself, like they're attached to each other, it's hard to graft them together and make them look
Mm-hmm.
realistic. And that's why you need a level of practical effect incorporated into it to make it work, I think.
Okay.
Um, and again, I'm not an expert. It's just what I've noticed. It's like in cartoons, like old Technicolor
Yeah.
cartoons. When something's about to move, it's a different shade than the rest
Mm-hmm.
of everything, right? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same
Yeah.
thing, but it's like with 3D digital visual effects. That's how I see it. It's like Technicolor. A moving object will all of a sudden be a different shade because it's going to move. It's just an animation thing. Like I don't know. That also irritates me because it's
I'm
not
just
hard to
wondering
do
also,
well.
could you like send me some movies that you could recommend? I think. Mm. Not
I
that
did have
bald
one.
thing, huh?
Are you asking if I did?
I mean, can you send me some movie recommendations? I haven't seen a lot of movies recently, so needed to like
Yeah, I can
not
do
that. What's that ball movie that you recommended me one
it. Rollerball.
time? Rollerball.
Yeah, no, that's a cult classic. It's like you either so a lot of the movies that I like are like people either like them or they don't. And it's weird. A lot of movies I like are not well reviewed by the
Okay.
public. Like there's this one movie I really like and it has like one of the worst ratings ever on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. It's called like The Cellar or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
it is literally a retelling of like Daedalus and the Minotaur's
Mm-hmm.
story from Greek mythology. But it
The
like when
Salad.
yeah, it's like the cellar or something. I always get the name
Mm.
wrong. It's very good. It has like all these like ingredients that make a good movie. And I won't say it was like perfectly fucking executed or anything like that, but it has all of the elements there. And it is like there's actually like a thing online where the guy talks about how it wasn't he didn't get to actually do the vision he had envisioned and like
I see.
so the production crew or like the production company limited him in his ability to do the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I blame them for anything that these bad reviews and shit like that. I blame them. I don't blame the creator.
When
I
was
think it.
this
I
made?
see all the elements.
When was the movie made?
Fuck, I don't know. I can look it up real quick.
I mean, when it's in the 80s and 70s, it might be like around 2 to 3 hours.
Oh no, it's a modern movie. That's a thing.
Ah, the seller.
Yeah, it's like The Cellar or something like that. It's literally about a basement, but it's like it like I said, it's got these elements to it.
Mm.
Do you know the story of Daedalus and the Minotaur and stuff?
Mm. I am familiar with it,
Yeah, it's kind
but
of
I think I have like forgotten it. I would know more about like Oedipus, the story of Oedipus, maybe the story of Persephone, Cupid, you know, the more
yeah.
famous gods.
Yeah, it's like King Minos has a son, uh got this and then he keeps Daedalus there to he imprisoned Daedalus. You know Icarus? You know the
Mm.
story of Icarus?
Yeah, yeah,
Icarus's dad is Daedalus.
I see.
So they're escaping Minos or whatever on the wings Daedalus creates, and then
Hey,
Icarus flies too close to the sun.
stop! I'm planning to buy a mythology book, and then telling me this.
Yeah.
I was
Um.
supposed to like order it online. Actually, it will be
There, oh,
here in a few days.
there will you will. There's more than just that. That's like a whole. I didn't even tell you about the guy who goes in the maze to kill the Minotaur and his like magic string from
Mm.
a rat or a kidney or whatever arachnid. She's a spider bitch. I don't fucking know. Athena turns her into a fucking spider. I think that's who gives him the string anyway. I might be misremembering that, but Athena turns that bitch into a spider because she was better than Athena
the
at
the
something.
the thing why sometimes I hate about the mythology, because these gods will just like appear like in a bubble and then suddenly try to like do their thing there where you're not supposed to be. They have like nothing else to do. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes these gods will just like do that there. I will give you the power to
yeah.
just
He
go
was.
away.
I'm like back and forth about it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I wish one of them would just pop. You know what I mean? And give me the power. But it's cool. You know what I mean?
And
It's,
how Zeus would impregnate like anyone he likes and then just like leave them there.
and he'd always be an animal when he did it too. He'd like turn into a goose and then fuck some lady. It's like what the fuck, dude? Like, yeah, no, that's pretty common actually. Yeah.
Maybe
What
Zeus is really that hot.
probably what it is, honestly. He's the youngest of the gods, I think, or the 13 of the pantheon, something like that.
He
Yeah,
is the youngest.
the youngest of the 13 main gods of Olympus. So he's like younger.
I
He's
don't
younger than
think he's the youngest because some of the 13 gods are his children,
both the 13 that was originally born, like Hestia and stuff like that.
the
Uh,
Titans.
yeah, because he was like the last. Because they fed like 13 or 12 like Gaia fed 12 of her kids to
Mm,
Kronos.
yeah.
I think, and so I guess not the ones that what we'd think of like the guardians of Olympus or whatever the on
Mm.
the,
You
but
mean the sons of
because-
Cronus,
no,
children of
there's
Cronus?
daughters, children, yeah,
Aye,
children of Kronos.
aye.
Because like again, like Hestia was one of them, but like a lot of people don't. But again, it just depends on like the this particular canon we're talking about too, because like
Mhm.
depending on where you are in Greece, the stories are like a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know lots about Greek mythology, actually. Some people would
It's
say
just
I
a
don't,
fun.
but I do. Yeah, I know a lot about
Anyway,
Norse mythology though too.
I think we need to end this for now.
All
Hey,
right, take it easy, bro.
I hope we could do this again, at least one again. I don't know. I'll just
We'll see.
hope that we can still continue doing this. But you know, Dorian, if you need some help, just message me. I'm just here.
Gotcha. Yeah. Even if I
You
take
take
like,
care of
even if
yourself.
I
Huh?
will. I'll definitely do that. Thank you.
Take
Take it easy,
care.
bro. Bye.
Bye bye.